Alrighty, so go ahead and get going. It's a few minutes early, but oh well. So this is a buy request, and I'm actually probably gonna use it in the course since I'm gonna be going a little more in detail than I did in the course. We're gonna start off with a quick intro to news trading and take a look at it. Once we're all done reviewing the news course, I want to knock out. We're also gonna be doing the Renko trading for the scalping. But to start off, we're going to be talking about the news trading course and basically what it is, give everyone a good walkthrough on it. So let's go over here and let's see. And we can just use it this way. So basically what we're going to do is cover everything today. This was a buy request, so I figure it's a good day to do it. There is no news today, so we'll be able to blow through it all in about an hour, hour and a half. I'll break down each video, have a break after each one, and if there's questions, I will cover them. So that way, if there's any questions, we can get those covered. If you have questions, feel free to ask them. Let me jump on Skype, but I will be on Skype, Slack, and you have the YouTube channel you can ask into. Again, this is just going to be a complete 100% review over everything. Especially since we did have a few changes Friday and over the weekend, actually, too. One of the members helped out and did a little bit of coding. Okay, so starting off, straddling the news is simply what it means. A straddle is just you're putting an order on both sides of price before news hits. Once news hits, price freezes, not price itself, your straddle freezes, and we hope that news will push through it up or down. We don't care about anything else. The goal with straddling the news is your straddle to be big enough that the spread doesn't kick in early and open up a trade, and to be small enough that your trade makes some money. So we get into that, but that's done through your spreadsheet by taking a look at the average spread so you can determine what your settings should be. Okay, this is not a fully automated EA. This is what I would call semi-automated, being that you need to put into it and set it up every day for news. I've seen a fully automated news EA out there, and a friend of mine about a year ago tried it, and it's just like it said, it's too automated. The reason this course is successful, and I really believe that, is because of the human intervention in it, reviewing, setting up for charts, reviewing your spreadsheets, and kind of anticipating what is going to happen. So, like I said, and then there's like the other fully automated EAs that, I mean, you rarely will ever see one that works. When you're running the news EA, it's a possibility we're going to get 4 different results out of a trade. The first one is it's a dud. Basically, there's a news release, nothing happens at all. So let's say this was the news release, nothing happened, price didn't move. So you don't win anything, you don't lose anything. The EA will run and turn itself off 5 to 7 seconds, depending on your settings, after the trade automatically for you, so that if price does move later on, you don't get a trade opened up by accident. So it's pretty simple. The first possibility is a dud. Second possibility is we have a small price loss, a small loss. All that means is, this was on the 1 minute chart when I did it, but basically price is going to move, and it's going to move just enough right when news releases to trigger a trade, then it's going to immediately drop back down, so you do take a small loss. The EA has been tweaked for the 3rd time to be even better on handling losses. Small wins, just the opposite. It's going to pop to trade, then it's going to drop just enough to get you a little profit, and then bam, close. And the last one, the one that we're looking for, of course, is just a nice normal move. Price hits, the news is released, price shoots up, and we get a nice move. Like in this case, it was 23.6 pips. I have a shit ton of examples. If you go to the YouTube channel, you can see them. It's all under the news trading thing. If you're in the course, there's a link right there in the book, so you can go look at them. Education on this, and this is because I did have a new sign up this weekend, and again, I've had several requests to just run through the whole course again. So education's broken down in the first part. The first part, we're going to get you familiar with terminology, what's going on the chart, slippage, broker selection, which just as an FYI, we have brokers narrowed down to Peppertree, and for non-US clients, anyone who can get Peppertree, I highly advise using them. They outperform FXCM, which is our second option. As a US trader, FXCM is it. In January, we may have an update showing that Forex.com is a better or a more suitable broker. So far, it's looking like it is, but I don't want to be the one that jumps the gun and say it is. I'm going to be continuing to test it till then. So basically, the first part's just the boring part. It's your education, verbiage, getting the hell set up, getting MT4 set up, the EA set up, getting a VPS set up. I'll get over the reasons those are all important in a little bit. Second phase, and for the guys that are in the course, guys, the second phase, you think it's boring, and you're like, but a 0.01 trade live isn't that big of a deal. Well, it is if you do something wrong and a trade goes bad. So your first, I would say 3 weeks to maybe 30 days, I would highly recommend, and well, I would say, not recommend, is going demo mode. The biggest thing I see is data entry errors causing losses or causing the EA not to fire off. You type in the wrong date, the wrong time, and the EA doesn't fire off. So the biggest thing I can say is use your demo time. Don't be greedy. The markets are going to be there. Yes, some people are turning in live results, and I know it sucks when you're on demo. But be patient. Go through your demo. Get your work in. Again, no matter how you're trading, you do need to put a little bit of work in. With news trading, it's different because you don't need to know about moving averages or freaking pivot points, Murray math lines, God, you Fibonacci, anything. All you need to do is follow the course, stick to it, fill out your spreadsheet, and you'll be good and you'll make money. After your demo, once you've worked out all the bugs and you've become proficient at setting the expert advisor up, the next step is live mode. We'll be using 0.01 lot sizes. Again, I would stick to this until you don't have a screw up or until you do have a catastrophic screw up and lose a little money so you can realize something stupid can make you lose money. Because I've seen a lot of people, they go through the demo mode, they make a little mistake, and they're like, it was just demo. But the first time they get a loss on a real account, even with 0.01 lots, they're like, shit, I'm stupid, I should have been a little more careful. So the 0.01 is there for a reason, not just to make sure that it works fine with your broker, because we already know that part, and we already know that if you're using one of the recommended brokers, it's going to work. But it's to give you a feeling for winning and losing money. Next is going live. After you're comfortable from the demo and using the small lot sizes, then you can go live. I recommend 2 to 2.5% trades only. And again, eventually, and even I've done it, you're going to have a screw up on live. I've even screwed it up and lost money because I've set a trade up wrong. So be aware, due to you being human, that you're going to screw up. Now, what you get with the course, if you look in the pack, let's take a look at it. And again, today we will be bumping to V7, and it's going to have a WL at the end of it. And I will explain that here in a second, what that means. So over the weekend, we actually did bump up to a newer version. This is everything you're going to get. You get the spreadsheet. This is your Bible. You need to use it every day, guys. Well, anytime there's a trade, it has to be filled out. README first is just a text file you open that gives you the YouTube link on how to set things up. That is the PDF, which will be V3.2 in about 2 hours after this video series ends. The EA, these will all be replaced, and you will be on V7. It's going to look more like this. It's going to be, no, I'm sorry, it'll look like this. The 3WL. What does the WL mean? It means with logging. Now, it was doing logging before, but now it starts 60 seconds before the trade, and it ends 60 seconds after the trade, so your log files are much smaller. So, and I don't want to say their name because I don't know if it's okay, but they are in the course, and they helped out with this. I do say if it's your first week, send me your logs so I can take a look at them. Send me your set files. Do whatever you need to do. We're going to get into this more, but this is just the intro video. Then I'm going to take a 5-minute break. We're going to come back and do setting it up. Please watch the setup video if you have not before, as I am going to be going through quite a few little tweaks to help speed up MT4 and the EAs it's running. This is just quality of life stuff, but it will help improve the speed. So take your time, it's like it says on the screen. Take your time. Do not rush. Send me questions. Send me everything you need so we can get it. Again, news trading isn't about learning how to trade. It's about following the same procedure over and over and filling out the spreadsheet. I know that sounds weird because it is trading, but in a way, it's not. It's going to be repeating the same procedure over and over and over, becoming proficient at it, and letting the EA do its job. So, on that note, we will go ahead and end the first intro. I just want to make sure the intro is very clear. The EA does not win all the time. It is expected to have losses, but it will make you profitable in the end. I mean, I don't know no other way to put it. Like it says here, though, if you skip steps, take shortcuts, you're probably not going to do it. Because if you skip, let's say, your demo period, and then you start making a lot of data entry mistakes, that's your own damn fault. So don't get pissy if you skip steps. And then if you do, go back to the beginning, start over. You can always fix it. Alright, so I am going to take a break. We'll come back with Chapter 1, which is going to be just the basics, which is terminology. I'm going to get a little bit more in depth I did in the original video about spread, not really, more about slippage and how to control it a little bit, but we're going to get into that. So the next video will be Chapter 1. It's going to be the basics. It's 8:06. I'm going to take a 5-minute break, and we'll come back for that, because I got to let YouTube cool off for a second before it thinks it's a run-on video. Alright guys, again, if you have any questions over the intro, hit me up with your questions. I will answer them in the next video. Alright, so I'll see you in Chapter 1. That'll be the basics.